Good day to all of you. My name is Scholar from the Trader 10 community, and today I'm going to do the weekly forecast for you guys. So in this week's forecast, we're going to try and predict what Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies might do in the future by looking at what it has done in the past. So this week in our forecast, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, OMG, ICX, Neo, and Litecoin. So sit back and relax, and let's start with Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin, what is it actually currently doing? It's actually reversing trend again. So last week we were talking about them stopping here. Let me quickly remove this alert. We were talking about them getting below here, and because of that I was actually looking for them to maybe even come back down into these lower areas. But I'll be honest, what they are doing right now, in my opinion, is very bullish. So what they're doing right now is testing this move, this high that we actually need to achieve. If we achieve this high, which is also the previous all-time high right here, that would mean that we will actually be able to create new all-time highs. So this would look something like this. Test right here, come back down, hold the zone, and then make new all-time highs. Now, of course, it could be that we just go in one swung or one swing to the upside, but it can also be, of course, that we come back down. Now, when and how we will come back down, we don't know yet. That will depend where they actually give us the move, right? But right now it's looking very bullish for Bitcoin, in my opinion, depending how they will close it. Other than that, if they come back down, the first where will I be looking for re-adds? It's just very simple at the start of the move, and then looking for some higher low play, and then back and move to the upside. So if we come back down, we'll be looking to hold this because we already tested the bottom side of this. So now you kind of want to hold the top side of it. So that's what I will be looking out for if they come to a retracement. If they then come back down here, I'm expecting a move to the upside as well, in hopes at least for a retest in this zone, and then maybe again new all-time highs. What will be the bearish pattern, in my opinion, if they come back down all the way down here, back to the upside, and then create new lows all the way to 48-ish. So these are the bullish case scenarios and the bearish case scenarios. So very important for this week is that we try to get above 58,300. If we can get above 58,300, then I think we will get new all-time highs. Of course, need two closes above there, and then small retracement and pump. Looking forward to that on Bitcoin. Let's head over to the next pair. Up next is ETH USDT. Looking at ETH USDT, what has it been doing? Well, it had this short setup right here. After the short setup, coming back down, holding the higher low right here, going back up, and now it's actually at the top of the range that we need to achieve. It's kind of the same thing as with Bitcoin. So what do I want them to do? I want them to try and get above this zone, and if they can get above this zone, I will be looking for a tight retracement to the downside and then a blast off. This is the most bullish case scenario that we can get on ETH. So let's go over the other two scenarios that we might have. So another bullish scenario and another bearish scenario. The bullish scenario is very simple. It can also be seen on the daily. So when we go up, right, we come back down to the move that brought us to the high on the daily. Then come back here, maybe do a small retracement again, and then move to the upside. That's one of the ways I will be looking out for ETH as well. But crypto is crypto, and crypto can just fly, and that's why the first arrow I drew can have a high probability of working out as well. Now, we have to remember as well, ETH has not achieved anything yet on the daily. Because it hasn't achieved anything yet on the daily, this means that we can also come back down all the way here, come back up, retest this, and then head lower. Of course, this is the bearish case scenario. I'm always giving you two types of scenarios so you guys know what to do when the market is either going down or either going up. Now, what can happen here as well is when we come back down here and we test these highs again, is that we actually make a higher low and then do one of these two patterns as well. And this would be then the more bullish case scenario for ETH. So three types of bullish case scenarios and one bearish case scenario. That's it for ETH. Let's head over to the next one. Up next, we have OMG USDT. Looking at OMG USDT, what have they done? We were expecting some kind of higher low from here. They broke out and then they gave the higher low. Now this red one was actually expecting us to move down, rejecting these highs probably. So what have we done? We broke out, came back down. Let me remove everything. Came back down, made the higher low, even did a sweep here and then pumped it. So what's the difference between these, like with OMG and with ETH? OMG has actually achieved something already. So when they're coming back down, I'm actually a little bit more bullish on OMG than I am on ETH. So what you want them to do, let's first do the very bullish case scenario. Very bullish, very easy. Let's look at the left. Very beautiful price action. Looking at this left whole thing right here. This is the previous all-time high. Let's assume it. This is an important high anyway on the daily. Maybe not the all-time high, but yeah. Zooming this out, making a box from here, looking at what they have to achieve. They're currently in the zone that I want them to achieve. I want them to go up. If they can start closing above here, you can expect a small retracement to the downside, holding these and then pumping to the upside, probably making new all-time highs. But of course, don't forget to take profits at 7.6 because that's, yeah, a kind of an important level. Now, other than that, we have another bullish case scenario. If we come back down here, I want them to hold these lows. Move to the upside, maybe reject here a little bit, retrace, and then try to get above here as well. So those are the two bullish case scenarios. The bearish case scenario is actually a variant of one of the bullish case scenarios that I drew here, and that's actually right here. When we come back down, we will probably get a buy. That's the higher probability play. But what can happen though is when we go up, that we don't hold a higher low and then move to the downside. So be careful and be wary for that if it happens. Other than that, I think this TA is pretty solid. Gave a lot of opportunities. Yeah, these look pretty nice. Looking forward to OMG. But I think the first one, of course, it's crypto, you know. When everything blasts, it blasts. So I'm really looking forward to the first move playing out. I'm hoping for that. We'll be playing it myself. Of course, guys, remember, non-financial advice. It's just showing you how I look at the charts and giving you some tips. But yeah, other than that, that's it for OMG. Let's head over to the next one. Up next, we have one of my favorite coins, ICX USDT, and this thing has been blasting as well. Has this big accumulation, lost the move that brought us to the high. Here there was a short, and after the short, they came back down, but they couldn't bring the price down. And because they couldn't bring the price down, we actually got this immense, nice pump to the upside, creating new all-time highs on this USDT chart. So yeah, very nice for that. Now let's see what they were actually holding. I think they were holding this bottom side. Okay, they haven't retested. Well, they have tested it here already, but let's say that we close it like it closed right now, and we get a small retracement on Bitcoin, and I want them to hold 1.898. So this will be my bearish-ish thingy, and because then it will depend, will they try to make new highs or not? So let's say that this is one of the bullish case scenarios that I'm looking forward to. Other than that, if we go to the lower time frames, you can see that they're still holding the move that brought us to the high. So there's still no bearish divergence yet on this one. So what can happen? Either they come back down here and then they reject and do the play that I just said, or what can they do as well? They can just pump it from here. And I think most of this intraday will depend on what Bitcoin's going to do, right? So these are two lower time frame setups that you can possibly take, or that can be in play for ICX. Other than this, what will have to happen for us to come down is we will need, this red candle will need to go lower, probably around here, maybe even here, start playing, touch this, and then move to the bottom side. But I'm not really convinced yet that this will happen. We are really trying to achieve the previous all-time high, well, at least the local all-time high here. If that happens, then I'm really looking forward to either one of the two candles, two green candles playing out. So that's it for ICX. Let's head over to the next one. Up next, we have Neo USDT, and this thing has been kind of blasting as well. Already made an achievement, so we have two options for this on the bullish case as well. Coming back down here, holding the higher low of the move that brought us to this high, and then just continuing the move to the upside. Other than that, let's head over to the lower time frames to see if there's still if there is already a bearish divergence going on. There is no bearish divergence going on, so on the lower time frame for the people intraday trading this, I would be looking out for something like this. Of course, this will be for a continuation play. What can happen as well is that Neo gets some kind of dump, comes back here, and then comes into our other buying zone, holding the higher low and moving to the upside. If not, then they can come back down all the way to 39 as well if they don't hold this higher low. So these will be the areas I will be looking out for. Let's head over to the higher time frames. And this is what I want to say. For the bearish case scenario, I will be looking out for this on the daily as well, coming back up here and then moving back to the downside. If Bitcoin doesn't achieve on the daily, well, it already did. So I'm a little bit more bullish case than bearish case right now. But of course, that can change during the weekend because our opinions change by what the charts are giving us, what the charts are providing us. If the charts are printing something bearish, we become bearish. Right? So yeah, that's how we do our technical analysis. So other than this, looking for this short, small breakout trade, maybe it won't happen because they're currently at the daily top resistance here of the previous swing. I always take some time to break those daily previous swing highs. But other than that, I gave you the options, either coming back down here, maybe here, but I doubt that, and then moving back to the upside. So that's kind of it for Neo. Let's head over to the next pair. For our last coin, we have Litecoin USDT. For Litecoin USDT, we were either expecting continuation or a retracement. In this case, it gave us the retracement that we were looking for. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's refresh this whole chart and let's remake it. So what am I looking out for? Again, looking out for this small move back to the downside, maybe holding the yellow line as our bullish retracement on the lower time frame, making some kind of higher low and then continuing to the upside, something like this. This will be my bullish case scenario. Of course, we can go to the lower time frames as well to look what it's actually currently doing and what we might look for on the lower time frames. Currently, yeah, this daily pretty much aligns what I'm looking for even on the 4 hour. So let's go down to the 1 hour and see if they are actually diverging yet. But I don't see any divergence yet on the 1 hour. What I will do, however, is draw this line, mainly because I think we might come back down there for a small retracement, maybe sweep these out, come back up, retest, and then move to the high. So this is also bullish case scenario. When will this become bearish? If we don't make the new high but come down to this level. So these are the two cases I will be looking out for at least today or tomorrow. Other than that, if they just pump, they'll pump. If they come back down during the day, I will be looking out for 185 for a retrace buy. I don't really want them to come back down all the way to 175, 74, because then I'm expecting some kind of retracement play, and then here it will depend if they can hold a higher low so we can move higher, and then this green will be back in play. If not, then we might go lower. But yeah, we're mainly looking for achievements, and here they achieved the move to the low on the daily as well, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, that's it for Litecoin. So guys, that was it for our weekly forecast for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to see your coin getting reviewed next week or Thursday, let us know and we will review your coin in the next weekly forecast. Other than that, if you want to learn more about our way of TAing, you can always come and join us on Twitch, where we have a 24/7 live stream where we teach you how to read technical analysis charts. Of course, once again, non-financial advice, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye guys, take care.